Hey guys, welcome back to Elvis Car Reviews. I hope that every single one of you is having a beautiful day. In today's video, I want to take you on a tour of my 2022 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack shaker with a 6-speed manual Tremec transmission. So I will attempt a couple of 0 to 60 run and find out what type of 0 to 60 time I can put with this car. It is on all-season Pirelli tires. Pirelli, I think P0s, or yeah, I think Pirelli P0s winter tires. The tire size in the front are 275, 40, 20. I believe the same in the back. 275, 40, 20, yeah, so on all four corner. All-season tires. Pirelli Scorpion Zero, never really noticed these tires. And yeah, I'm gonna take you on a tour of my 2022 392 Hemi Scat Pack Challenger. So why did I buy a 2022 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack shaker with a 6-speed manual instead of a 8-speed automatic? Well, why did I buy the Scat Pack? I bought it because I already own a 2011 Chevy Camaro SS and a 2019 Ford Mustang GT. Now, both of those cars I've owned before. I started my channel with a 2016 Ford Mustang EcoBoost, great car, I really loved it. And then I got into a car accident, the car was totaled and it was sold. And then I also own a 2016 Chevy Camaro SS with a 6-speed manual. Now, my EcoBoost Mustang had a 6-speed manual, and my 2016 Camaro SS also had a 6-speed manual. I love both cars. They were great, like awesome vehicle. I love them. And I said to myself, I had to get them again in the future. So for the Mustang, obviously I upgraded. I already had the EcoBoost platform, did most of the stuff you can do to it. And so I went from a 2016 EcoBoost Mustang to a 2019 Mustang GT with a 6-speed MT82 manual. For the Camaro, however, I went down. I had a 2016 with a 6-speed manual. I bought a 2011 with a 6-speed automatic. The difference is that car had a Pro Charger while my 2016 was stock. And in all of this, I never owned a Mopar product before. I never owned either a Challenger or a Charger, but I have tons of friends with Hellcat, with Scat Pack, with RT Charger. As a matter of fact, one of the videos that kind of blew up on YouTube and made me a small name was me racing a Challenger RT with a 5.7 in my EcoBoost. So when my EcoBoost was stock, I raced that car and he beat me. So I was so pissed that I went, did some modification, just a tune and exhaust, went back, I beat that RT Challenger. I received a lot of hate for beating that car, but that gave me, you know, some type of reputation. So I've always kept the Mopar in the back of my mind, and to be honest with you, out of the three muscle cars, that the Mustang, the Camaro, and the Challenger, to me this is a much better looking, much better retro, and it's a perfect daily driver. I feel comfortable with it, and I always, I drove a couple of them from my friends, and I always say to myself that one day I'll own. So when the opportunity came about, I already discounted the Charger in my mind because I just don't like the Charger. I've driven a few of them. I just don't like them. I don't like the way they look. I mean, if I want a regular sedan, I'll get a much different performance sedan than a Charger. My ideal of a perfect American muscle car was a coupe, big V8 in the front, rear-wheel drive. So I always say to myself I would buy a Challenger. When the opportunity came about, I was looking at Challengers, Scat Pack specifically. I didn't want to spend Hellcat money. And I looked at the both 8-speed and 6-speed manual. The 8-speed was about $10,000 more than the 6-speed manual. And then plus, owning a muscle car to me rhymes with rowing through your own gears and stuff like that. So that's why I decided to go for the Challenger with a 6-speed manual, because of the price and because of how it made me feel driving it, really. And plus, because I'm gonna keep this car stock, mostly stock, you know, the manual made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Now, if I was chasing after number quarter mile 0 to 60, I mean, obviously the automatic is faster than this. So yeah, let me take you on a tour of the vehicle before we go and run a few 0 to 60 tests. But before, let me show you the beating heart of this beast. I love this hood pin, man. It makes this car look, but if you're not careful enough, they can snap on your fingers, and it's not a very pleasant. Okay. This is the beating heart of this beast. 6.4 liter V8 making 485 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque from this behemoth of a vehicle that weighs 42 to 4,300 pounds. This car is amazing. Driving it just feels amazing. And I mean, I can't complain. Ever since I've bought this car, every time I drive it, it's an occasion. You get occasionally people giving you high fives and thumbs up. I mean, it's just a great vehicle. I mean, the color is pretty good. And yeah, this is the beating heart of this vehicle. 485 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque from a 6.4 liter V8. It is stock. God help me keep it stock. .5 seconds, 0 to 60. Oh là là.
Ah ouais, c'est bien ou pas?
Non, c'est pas vraiment bien, non. .3 seconds. So it went from 5.5, now 5.3. Stock Scat Pack. I don't know if you guys can tell. So 5.3 seconds. I want to try it with launch control again. Activate launch control to launch. I cancel the launch. So activate launch control. Press. We launch at 3 p.m. Okay. .4 second, third attempt. So we just finished 3 attempts to launch this car from 0 to 60. We're gonna look at the result. So the first one I did I don't know if you guys can see. The first one I did a 0 to 30 in 2.08 seconds, and then a 0 to 60 in 5.4. That was just me flooring it, putting it first gear and then flooring it. And then I tried it again with launch control, and then the time slightly improved. The 0 to 30 was worse because when you use launch control, the car will cut power and then give it to you progressively, based on the tire speed and everything. So the 0 to 60 was worse, went from 2 seconds to 2.13 seconds. And the 0 to 60 improved, went from 5.4 to 5.3 or 5.32. And I try once again with launch control, and that was my best time. 0 to 30 was 2.1, but the 0 to 60 was 5.05, so almost 5 seconds flat, which is great. I mean, this car with an 8-speed automatic, I think, does 0 to 60 in 4.5 or 4.6 seconds. That's with the 8-speed automatic. I mean, the 8-speed automatic is faster than this. Now, with a 6-speed Tremec transmission in a 30-degree weather outside with all season tires, I managed to run 5 seconds flat almost. Is in my book, it's impressive. In my book. So yeah, once the weather gets better, I will try that again, and we'll see. And I will try that at the track. I don't think it's there's a point of getting drag radials for this vehicle, but I may try get drag radials just to see how much of the difference it makes. So let me know in the comment section below if those times are good or they are bad. So let's take you on a tour of this vehicle. It is not the base model. Even though it doesn't have leather seats, it's decently equipped. We have Harman Kardon sound system, which is like really nice. That thing sounds really good. I won't be playing the sound just because YouTube might pick up it as a copyright infringement. But yeah, this is how huge the trunk is, and I want to show you the subwoofer that this car comes with. Look, Harman Kardon sound system. This thing is amazing. I mean, taking this on long road trip is very enjoyable, especially if you have a good set of music playing. So, Harman Kardon audio system. Always lock the car when you are alone in a parking lot. It is a Challenger afterward. So, yeah, I have heated, it's incredible. I have heated and ventilated seats. I have heated steering wheel, so I can heat both the driver and the passenger, which is amazing, especially me living in a place where we have a cold climate. And obviously you have the drive modes, you can select, you can pretty much change the traction control. Right now the traction is a straight, steering at sport, you can change that. You have your performance data recorder, which gives you your 0 to 60, your quarter-mile time, your braking distance, and all of that. I mean, this car gives you so much information. It's incredible. This dyno, when you drive the car, it tells you at all time how much horsepower you're using. And right now, I just floor it. You can see the graph going, the torque and the horsepower graph going back and forth. I mean, it's incredible. You have all the information you need. I mean, I think this is kind of overkill because I won't consider this as it's a performance vehicle, but it's more of a comfortable car that happens to go fast. It's not a dedicated performance vehicle, and that's why I think some of the information is overkill. It gives you so many information, which is great. It will make sense in a Hellcat, but I don't think in a Scat Pack. But hey, Dodge put it there. I'm happy they did. So you get all the information. Right now the oil is 31 psi, horsepower, torque, oil pressure. You can check your G-force. If you take it to the track, you have all your gauges: oil temp, oil pressure, coolant temp, battery voltage. I mean, and you have your timers, obviously, your 0 to 60, your quarter mile, and everything. This car just gives you so much. It's incredible, incredible, incredible. And then obviously, what I love the most, you have launch control. Come on. Okay, you have launch control that you can activate by just pressing the button, or you can go into the SRT page and meddle with the launch control. So right now I set it up at 3,500 RPM to launch it. Otherwise, I will just spin the tires. The car, like I showed you, is on all season tires. So right now this launch control is active. I will cancel it because I won't be launching the car now. And then you have line lock. So you pretty much, once activated, you can just roast the rear tires. I'm not gonna do it here, but there will be time where I will test it out. Cancel line lock. You can put the car in track mode, which turn off traction control. You can put it in sports mode, which keep the traction control off, or custom and pick and choose which one you'll use. You have the auto mode, where the car will decide based on the surface and the way you drive. I mean, this car is just loaded with option. And the only downside I have, I mean, the only complaint I have about this car is the rear camera. It's so pixelated. Look, I mean, an iPhone 3 has a better camera than this. It's incredible how terrible it is. But, you know, it is what it is. They've been rocking this whole system since 2008. And, you know, it's probably one of the longest chassis and the longest. I mean, they've updated it here and there, but one of the longest car to run with pretty much the same setup. And yeah, you have huge trunk like I showed you. Great glove compartment. You can store a lot of stuff. You have another one here with 2 USB and the AUX cord, and then an outlet to charge your phone or whatever. You have another one here. This car is amazing. Obviously, you have a foot handbrake that you can release by lifting off here. I love this vehicle, man. And then obviously you have a sunroof. The back seats aren't the biggest, but they aren't small in any mean, because if I can fit people in the back of my Mustang, I can definitely fit people here. So yeah, this is it about the interior of this vehicle. And a few options. Again, that's a shaker edition. You can see that huge shaker hood that vibrates every time you rev the car. I don't know if you can see it. Actually, the whole car moves. It is incredible. So yeah, this was a short tour of my 2022 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack shaker 6-speed manual that I'm planning to keep stock, but I really hope I'll be able to keep keep that plan, that I won't be tempted by the demon of speed and try to modify this. And again, please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Like 80% of you that watch my video aren't subscribed. Please subscribe. It helps with the channel, it helps with the algorithm, and it helps me, encourage me to make more video for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe once again. And then do not forget to let me know what you think. And, damn, I got scared. Look at that car. Again, I drive a Challenger, so one of the most stolen car in America. But yeah, I'll see you in the next upload, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you. Bye-bye.